Well, all right, coming up next on RWL Championship Wrestling, more singles competition with Lars Sullivan, accompanied by Too Short Popeye Scott Bell, facing Dr. Zodiac, accompanied by manager MJ Ferrantino.
Next match, set for 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle accompanied by Too Short Popeye Scott Bell, from the Colorado Rockies weighing 330 pounds, Lars Sullivan.
Yes, sir, the ever unpopular Too Short Popeye Scott Bell, looking like somebody took a whiz in his cornflakes listening to that fusillade of boos from the fans here in Uniondale, and the ever equally unpopular Lars Sullivan, set to go one-on-one against Dr. Zodiac, managed by MJ Ferrantino, and I'm sure Scott Bell is a little bit jealous of Ferrantino's success.
And why not? With your assistance, Tex, of course, MJ Ferrantino regaining a stable that is absolutely amazing. The Vandal Brothers, Haas Tull and Dr. Zodiac, the Texan Ladies Association, and several more.
And every single one of them way more popular than Scott Bell or any of his people.
Would you just listen to that fan response for Too Short Popeye and Lars Sullivan? Most certainly these two are eminently unpopular.
His opponent accompanied by MJ Ferrantino, from parts unknown, weighing 278 pounds. Here is Dr. Zodiac.
Usually seen tag team partnering with Haas Tull, but Dr. Zodiac out here on his own tonight, going up against Lars Sullivan with MJ Ferrantino in his corner. And like you say, Don, MJ Ferrantino has got himself a powerful stable, and you forgot to mention he also manages the Texas Hangman for me.
My mistake, Tex. I forgot about Killer and Psycho.
Man, this crowd here in Uniondale extra loud and extra disapproving of Lars Sullivan.
To be honest, they don't sound too crazy about Dr. Zodiac either. The referee rings the bell. Here we go. Lars Sullivan with a Dragon Sleeper on Dr. Zodiac. Shoves him away. Lars Sullivan with a rib breaker. Gathers up Dr. Zodiac. Zodiac counters with a shoulder tackle, takes him right down. Lars Sullivan whips him to the ropes. A clothesline. Gathers Dr. Zodiac back up, but Zodiac with another shoulder tackle. And this time going to work on a downed Lars Sullivan. Sullivan back on his feet. A hard right to the back of the head. Dr. Zodiac whips him into the far corner. Delivers another shot to the head. Misses with a jab. Lars Sullivan counters. Tries taking Zodiac down by the knee, but it didn't work. Zodiac counters. Lars Sullivan quickly countered again by Dr. Zodiac. Now Zodiac into a single leg crab right in the center of the ring. The referee monitoring the situation. Lars Sullivan trying to struggle any way he can, but escapes the hold. Dr. Zodiac rounds up from behind. Lars Sullivan counters with a shot to the back. Turns Dr. Zodiac around. Whips him towards the corner. Charges, and a splash that takes Zodiac down. A stomp to the back and another. Lars Sullivan currently in control here, raining left hands on the head of Dr. Zodiac, as Scott Bell looks on approvingly. Zodiac back on his feet, a couple of jabs. Countered. Lars Sullivan drapes Zodiac over the middle rope, driving a knee into the back of the good doctor. Lars Sullivan doing a little bit of showboating here. Zodiac out there on the apron. Oh, hard right hand. Takes him out to the floor. MJ Ferrantino assisting his man back to his feet. Lars Sullivan gets him back inside the ring. Sullivan mentally debating his next move. Zodiac back up on his feet. A hard Irish whip into the corner. Here comes Zodiac, a clothesline, collapsing Lars Sullivan. Sullivan counters, back body drop for Dr. Zodiac, a couple of stomps to the chest, a third, a fourth. Man, Lars Sullivan goes behind on Dr. Zodiac, raking his forearm across the eyes of Dr. Zodiac. Sullivan rolls him over, goes for the cover one. but just a 1. Dr. Zodiac still on the mat. Lars Sullivan still stomping away recklessly. Sullivan has him up, another rib breaker. Zodiac rolls out of the ring, rolls himself back in. A kick to the midsection. Zodiac whipped to the corner. A hard right, a hard left, a series of shots. And then hurl towards the opposing corner. Dr. Zodiac finding himself in some trouble here. Lars Sullivan again going for the cover. 1, but just a 1 again. Another near fall. Sullivan watching Zodiac kick to the midsection. Winds up the arm. Zodiac counters with a forearm. Dr. Zodiac with Lars Sullivan up over the shoulders. Talk about power. Lars Sullivan counters with a series of elbows. Zodiac perhaps taking a bit too long to decide where to go. Whipped into the far corner. Here comes Lars Sullivan. Sits him up on the top turnbuckle. This is going to be disastrous for Dr. Zodiac. Sullivan up on the middle rope. Here we go. Avalanche suplex. And Dr. Zodiac is reeling. Lars Sullivan looking supremely confident at the moment. Dr. Zodiac rolls himself back up on his feet. Whips Lars Sullivan. Hip toss. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Dr. Zodiac getting heated here. This could be bad for Lars Sullivan. A clothesline. A second. And here we go. Whoa! Big flying clothesline. Rebound off the rope. Sullivan misses with a swing. And a flying Zodiac from the good doctor. Dr. Zodiac with a dragon sleeper on Lars Sullivan. Shoves him away. Sullivan trying for the belly-to-belly, catches an elbow to the head instead. And oh, here we go, mandible claw. But being broken up immediately by the referee. Too short, Popeye Scott Bell up on his hind legs, as you would say, Tex. Protesting and arguing with the referee while Lars Sullivan goes to work on Dr. Zodiac. Zodiac back up on his feet. Hard right from Lars Sullivan. Up over the shoulders goes Dr. Zodiac. And hung up over the top rope. Down goes Zodiac, a stomp to the leg. And Lars Sullivan regaining control of the matchup momentarily. Dr. Zodiac hurled towards the far corner by his ankle. Lars Sullivan quickly countered into a shoulder tackle by Dr. Zodiac. Oh, look at this. Zodiac releasing the turnbuckle, exposing the steel in the corner. Lars Sullivan counters with a right. Lars Sullivan misses with a shot, and a shoulder takes him down again. Dr. Zodiac drags him center ring, goes for the first cover, 1. But another near fall. Dr. Zodiac perhaps feeling a bit frustrated here. Misses with the stomp. Sullivan back off on his feet, but Dr. Zodiac right there has him in the front cradle. Up over the shoulder and again hung up over the top rope, and down he goes. Dr. Zodiac rolls Lars Sullivan over. Whoa! What an elbow drop right there. Did you see that? That was amazing. Dr. Zodiac now putting the boots. And whoa, putting the boots on Lars Sullivan big time. A series of relentless stomps. And look at this, a shoulder claw. Trying to wear down Lars Sullivan. As Scott Bell looks on, the referee finally correcting that turnbuckle. A leg sweep from Lars Sullivan, who rolls himself out of the ring, and whoa, both him and Scott Bell, look at them, they're both extremely frustrated. Sullivan returns to the ring, catches the right from Zodiac. Zodiac whips him into the far corner, misses with the charge, kick to the midsection from Sullivan. And this is going to be bad for Dr. Zodiac, all the way up powerbomb. As Lars Sullivan climbs out onto the apron and takes himself all the way up to the top rope. Zodiac is laid out motionless. Whoa! Lars Sullivan fails to connect with the headbutt, and a headlock punch from Dr. Zodiac that has just busted Lars Sullivan open. Scott Bell again protesting, trying to distract Dr. Zodiac, but Dr. Zodiac putting the boots to Lars Sullivan again, systematically just taking Sullivan apart. Zodiac drags Sullivan center ring, and a fist drop from Dr. Zodiac. A gouge of the face. Lars Sullivan already bleeding. A hard right from Zodiac, and another mandible claw. And not enough distance from the ropes. He's in big trouble here. The referee says that's enough. He is done. Dr. Zodiac has defeated Lars Sullivan by submission. Let's get the official word from Patricia Saunders.
The time was 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Your winner, Dr. Zodiac.
Things my dad used to say, fight fire with fire, find a dog to lead a dog, and Dr. Zodiac did exactly that, giving Lars Sullivan a taste of his own medicine. And oh man, well, it definitely shows that Dr. Zodiac's got a degree in cruelty.
Indeed, with a minor in sadism. Dr. Zodiac giving some equal treatment to Lars Sullivan, not just a flying Zodiac, not just one, but 2 mandible claws, till it got to where Lars Sullivan either had to give up or pass out, the referee stopping this match, with Dr. Zodiac getting a submission win over Lars Sullivan.
Hey fans, you're going to want to stick around, because coming up next, the Women's World Tag Team Champions, American Powers, Patty Powers and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote, in a non-title match against Carmella and Blair Davenport when we come back.